Mosh mosh. Ha! I do kind of need to eat. But it's probably gonna be boring, so let me try into the game while I eat. It's gonna be done like in 5 minutes. Well, 10 tops. It's kind of good, it's a very good stew that I partake in. Repairing. What happened? Oh, my. Of course. My electricity has gone out. Why wouldn't it? I mean, like, actually, why wouldn't it? Why wouldn't it fuck up my day, huh? Oh, but wondering why I didn't hear, like, the sounds, the beeps and boops, like how Connor said. Will you proc, please? Yeah. Ooh, I forgot to turn the music. No, not that anyway, so it's okay. Huh, where is my phone? Oh, probably. Enlighten. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you. I said thank you. Let me out. Bastards. No. Tuesday. Yeah, that big into my face that I didn't get her. Excuse me. Excuse me again. Nice. Hmm, 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 hmm. Hello. I'm gonna leave here, dude. Now our girl Marsha will eat. I'll be back in. Well, technically, I'll still be here. You'll not be hearing me. I don't think you need to hear man eating noises. So I'll be back in 5 minutes. Bye bye. And I'm kind of done. I just need to go put my plate in the sink. Very good, very nutritious. Huh. I just now think, how long can I do an entire stream uninterrupted for how many days? Till something happens, I don't know, my PC crashes or something like that. I'm curious. I'll be back in 1 minute. I need to put this in the kitchen. I'm back again. It is back. Call a friend. I kind of really forgot how that melody did go. I'm kind of don't really need the keyboard, only beside the like escape button or something, but we'll keep it. So. Is it long enough? Long. Is it? Huh? Did I not close the BRB? Oh, I need to. Okay. Mm, why are you? Why are you? Ah, I don't know what's happening. Anyway, welcome back to me. Let's see. Huh. Now I realize that this kind of moves. There's like a current. It's kind of pretty. Spita indeed. Lonely world indeed. Let's exit. Numa. Let's go to the story, I guess. How many caskets do I possess? Give me the green. No, motherfucker! Let me pick the crystal. I've got bamboozled. What no? Blah, blah, blah. Wanted to do insight, foresight. It's very unfortunate that is copyrighted. I would very much want to. Resonance level 10. How many caskets do I have? Oh, that's what I wanted to look. No, you cannot trick me again. I made me fooled once, shame on me, but you'll not fool. You'll not fool me twice, shame on you. There's either Druvis or Miss Eternity. No, you look nice. Voyager. Huh, Sotheby. Poison Hill DPS. Oh, hello. No, I'm looking around. I'm about to get into the story. I just saw your message. I was looking to see if I did have enough caskets if I ever wanted to. What is it? To wait, you may not know the game. To level her up. If you do not know, and if you do know what I'm trying to say, to level up, still level her up. Huh? Why didn't I not favor you? Is it? Yeah. Can I? Not worth it. Oh, another newbie! I swear, I even live stream someone that started from 2 days, like came to stream. You shouldn't stress about it. If you started yesterday about all of this, you still have a long way till you get like level 60 characters. Well, for your information, you start with level 30, you go inside one of those edges, then you go 40, another inside, 50, another inside, 60, and to re-level, re-level them every time to get them more powerful and more buffs. And this costs many dust and coins. You should go through a story. It's a very nice game. One of the few gachas that doesn't sucks you dry for money or has things that you need to pay to get the game to be easier. Oh, by the way, there are many chapters. I do think you'll start here. Oh, another streamer. Nice. Hopefully, more people will stream reverse. It does need a bigger community. Well, on Twitch at least. There are kind of very few people when I did also start streaming. Yeah, but I think it was like 3 people streaming when I first started. I don't know what is now. Maybe it did grow slightly. Yeah, a very nice game. And a very... It does have a very cool combination of, let's say, accents, elements from visual novels, because it does play kind of like a visual novel. It does have the battle aspect. And if you did go at least one battle, you should know between the doors of Doro is that brushing shoulders. Ooh, this is and it's not a dark gacha like Genshin. It doesn't put you into place that you need to spend. I'm not gonna spoil anything, so it's good that you like Schneider.
Their reflections had neither shadows nor breath. Most importantly, they didn't have profession in 7 minutes. I read the truth from it. She meant no harm. Maybe it was just a little trick she was playing.
Yeah, she do be yapping in Italian a lot and I don't know, acting like a mob boss, I guess. So what chapter are you? Are you first chapter or second chapter? I don't think Schneider appeared in first chapter. I may have forgotten. I don't know when Schneider appeared first, when she was popping the humans in the street, I think. And then Timekeeper and her oh, so it is first chapter? Wow. Yeah, and the slot you can add another healer or something. Or DPS if you. But it would be kind of stupid to add the DPS. Because how this is, in most battle you'll have 3 like characters on the field and 1 reserve. And some harder battles you'll have like all 4 on the field. She steadies her breath, looking around at the figure on the ground. She inadvertently used too much force. Lakanya is still on the ground, supporting her hand with one hand. Her lips tremble, incredulously shocked by her own failure. I mean, a wild arcane is trying to battle a foundation. What do you expect? She lunges towards Marcus, who reflects with Russ's hand.
I knew it. Your arcane skill is incredibly unique. You can discover bugs on the inside by observing threats on the outside.
Me? About 2 months? Well, I did the, let's say, not 2 months. I started streaming exactly on the last day of 2025. I was very stubborn about it. It was like a few hours before New Year's Eve, and I was really, really wanting to like stream exactly before like 2026. So I can say that I started streaming from 2025. So that's when I started streaming. It's a very kind of unique starting point. Oh, nice! Keep it up. And the best, honestly, the best thing is do not get discouraged if no one comes to stream. You should get used to yap to yourself. And if you do have people, nice. I do not have people for a long time. When I was playing what? Megabong and some other games. You should imagine that you have an invisible audience and there is a big ass camera on your face and you need to perform. That's the easiest way to yap and yap and yap and yap, even if there may be not one person. Oh, and you should also make a YouTube channel to throw your VODs there so your yapping doesn't like go into the void and it's for nothing. Well, technically, she's born to be anything that needs a comprehension skill. She could be a mechanic and doctor, herbalist. She clings tightly to Marcus's hand as she's found a long lost relative.
They give you this big coat? How can they do that to a child? How about you quit the foundation and be my assistant? Perception could be invaluable in this line of work. After all, we search for truth from foggy memories and vague descriptions for a living.
Poaching 101. Marcus attempts to withdraw her hand, politely but stiffly. Ihanya's enthusiasm remains unchanged. No, we cannot skip like you then try to like knock me out and kidnap me. What do you mean we should? I forgot your tea. He was really trying to knock me out and kidnap me, as in Marcus. Indeed. Oh, the communication. Let's see. I need to ban a naughty bot, and you're gone. Perfect. So,
Ma'am? I'm with the target, Miss Catania. It's her friend. I'm safe.
hmm,
Everything's going well, ma'am.
relatively safe, but kind of safe.
Yes, ma'am. Listen to supervisor. I do have to question the foundation hiring underage children and all.
Really now. Marcus glances the door, who is now lost in thought, lightly flicking her skirt. Almost an invisible thread lands on the green fabric. Oh, so she decided to go on her dress, not the room. Interesting.
Well, actually, Madam Hoffman is very kind to me.
She lifts her hand, trying to further divide the doctor's attention. Kanya's remains unimpressed by her answer. What do you mean?
You have seen it all for yourself. Me, my clinic, my arcane skill. I showed you everything. Has the cleared up your doubts, Miss Markin?
Don't treat it like you showed with a good conscience. You first tried to kidnap her, then realizing her arcane skills, tried to poach her, and now that you need doubt, you say that, oh, I showed all in good faith.
Please, go ahead. About the circle. Huh? Did you go through all this trouble just for that?
Laganya has dramatically raised her hand, sitting down in a soft chair. The music changed, so of course she would have been a very high position on the circle. Marcus nearly scalds herself with a hot tea as she brings it to her lips. It's not working, trying to act cute.
Joking. It's just a little group a couple of friends started as an interest. Completely legal. We're committed to changing the Alchemist situation. More committed than the Foundation. There will be a non-profit exhibit soon, and all donations will help lower-class Arcanists get their license. Which should have been your responsibility.
Her words are sharply pointed, only to stop abruptly as she recalls the identity of the target.
I should persuade you to join us, not to check your current job.
Yeah, you should, but yet you still did. Marcus shook her head, finding altogether fortunate now that not to be involved in the disputes of this era.
Painting in the city will be the salvation. That's right, you've been to the secession building. And that's the masterpiece which would be hard to miss.
Hmm.
Subject.
He rolls her hand a little, refilling the cup with fresh tea.
It was big news at the time. The island hidden from all people of the 1880s. The ancient Arcanist settlement. The strange current entering the field around it. The only heard in stories, and shadow of modern society cast upon it.
Does my mic pick my frowns? Phones? Huh. Anyway, let's see. The apocalypse.
Foundation knows it better than any of us.
Should I? Oh, fuck, I should. Anyway, I'll bring you up very close. I need to do a thing and a half here. Don't worry, I was about to smack my head with a slightly heavy desktop monitor. Almost like a TV, but heavier. No. Like this. Oh, hopefully this is better. So, it's kind of annoys me, but what can I do? Is it balanced? Yeah, it is. So, this is slightly better. Let me incline it. Click. Kanye sits down the take up of her focus and calmly impassioned. Let me guess. The storm.
Sorry, Miss Campania. I can't. There really are people on the planet. Stop. They protect themselves in these changing times.
That's really a sharp question.
This is not the only question.
And it shook.
Companies are turning the local peninsula into a proving ground for their new weapons. That was how they discovered this island. You work for the authorities. You must know something. Please, just want to know if there's any more about this world. Suffer, silenced, helpless.
I don't know if she's sincere in her plea or she's just wanting the technology. No, she's about to open her mouth and her hoofsman is gonna come, let me guess. Kanya's passion dims over the prolonged silence.
You work for the Foundation after all. I shouldn't have asked. It's just that I'm hoping for at least one rational person in such an irredeemable bureaucracy. Someone who doesn't think it's just a bunch of deranged lunatics over there. Which is the stigma the Arcanists have carried around for centuries.
Indeed. She clenches her fabric of her desk, lifting her head in a trembling outburst.
Miss Marcus. Dr. Kakanya, I know there has been discord and resentment between human and Arcanists, but not everyone is like Mr. Kao. We found the headquarters where many like you are fighting for the rights of Arcanists.
She kind of did spill the beans.
When it comes to caring for our people, we're not so different there. That was what the Foundation was for, to defend the interests of the Arcanists and to keep the world safe and orderly. Till this day, we continue to strive for this goal.
Her heart thumbs hard in her chest. She shouldn't do this, but she can't ignore the question any longer either. Perhaps it's worth it. Her reading tells her that this is a worthwhile ally. I have no fundamental disagreement between one another. Just this one insignificant piece of information if might bridge the gap in their positions. Time stretches on.
Embassies for all cities have.
Marcus receives another embrace.
We could have been very good friends if you weren't working for the Foundation. I know you meant every word you said. I can see how is. We have a big house, plenty of wine and refreshments, still more than enough room for a new friend. I would like to invite you to the Secession building and to be present at the opening of the exhibit at market. And we can talk more about what you said afterwards.
I don't know if this is a trap. Hopefully it's not. Okay, now let's... damn it. Well, I got to do what I got to do. It's such annoying that I need to go to my own channel to see what technically I can still have it full. What's on my phone? I need to clean it. Well, indeed. Let me get back to my mod window. Yeah, no, I'll go back.
My supervisor? That is tricky. But a minor like you requires the presence of a guardian. And you told me that she's kind to you. Well, she can come with you. We must abide by the law after all.
I don't know if this smells like a trap or not. It is slightly inclined to believe that. But at the same time, I don't know. Do you have the face of a betrayer?
I helped to clear up misunderstandings, so she's there.
It's still ambiguous, like a string of events. Aha, comes once again.
All right. I have to inform Henrik that we have 2 more guests coming.
Hopefully she didn't plant any tracking on her.
Today, I almost forgot the time. I have to go. I know what you're going to ask, but patient information is confidential.
Yakanya idly wags her finger. Her thoughts seem to have drifted on the future treatments. She hastily caps her pen, handing the invitation to Marcus.
I shouldn't keep you any longer. See you soon, Miss Foundation. Welcome to the circle.
A gentle knock sounds at the door.
Go. Thank you, Miss Petunia.
It's such a bad matchup between her and Gekanya. She turns and heads away, the door opening just in time. Oh, hello, it's Dole. Marcus doesn't stop and nodding and gliding around the Inca in a fast, fluid motion. Very. Huh. So it was battle and information. Let's go battle. It was no battle. Chocolate fudge. Friendly exchange. Listen, I have enough of you playing with the mirrors. You. Something noisy green bird stopped bringing in my old quack paddler or foreigner of the street and those horrible, unbearable noises. The mirror that could practically blind someone. I'm not a fool. You daft green parrot if you're going to call it a one. You look like a stick, not like a mirror. I don't want to see those. Is it dank? Blue stripped pants anymore? Those damn mirrors. If you don't behave and control your patience, you'll be getting a lot more from me than just a piece of paper next time. Imagine a stick going back and forth like an old man. Now go back to your Nove Ricci clients and stop causing trouble here. Oh, this is the battle. The shadow in the broken mirror, a hint of mystery lingers in there like a pleasant dream that refused to fade from memory. Let's see. Let's go for auto now. I need to get up. Huh. So after stream I need to clean up. Damn. I should have been more careful. My entire room is a mess. Well, I'm kind of a VTuber, so I don't think anyone would be shocked to hear that. Well, anyway, let's see. Why are we not doing any damage? Did we... My DPS is not DPSing. I need to level up, which I don't want to do. I'm already poor. Peace and quiet, eh? Let me see how much. How many? Wait, does the inside start at level 30 or level 40? Well, if it's at level 40, then it'll be inside 1, level 50, inside 2, level 6. So no, it starts at 30. Inside 1, level 40, inside 2, level 50, inside 3, level 6. Yeah. So in total, there are 180 levels that you need to complete. Huh. Like over and over again. There's 180 levels. Is there any satisfaction in waking up once you do it's gone forever? You left a life of constant longing for the past. Complete. Thank you. How many do we have? I'm gonna be greedy and Mesmer, get out of my face. I'm so poor. It doesn't even. Let's go to. No. Artificial sombrerism training. What could you buy with those though? I kind of forgot. Yeah, from where? Ornate shop from here. I guess those would be good, right? Clear 6 for an artificial sombrerism. Click. Limit. Nostalgia shop? I don't have an Psychic shop. I still, well. Is the small version of the 6-star Psycube for Sonato. Ooh. Monthly limit, huh? This looks like... Oh, it's a 5-star. Dykes. Thank you. This is the 5-star. Oh, the 6-star of... Huh. How much is it? 210. This is for the peacock. This looks nice as a heart. Anyway, let's go back. Let's go. Inspiration of pass. Get inspiration of passage in the beginning of every battle after you use a specific enemy cannot take action and loss. Once before its perilous. From the dreaming, the metaphors matter will provide you with a buff which will be largely improving your abilities. Thank you. We have entered the depths of the dream. What we see and hear will be more surreal, timekeeper. Please be careful. Yes, the filters of our enemy may change any time. Pay attention to their movements. Besides, the device will withdraw arcanists from their dreams if they have gone astray in there. In order to reach the deeper dreams, you'll have to select our teammates prudently. Starting from this first, some of James will be awaken and go offline. Upon each victory, the offline characters cannot participate in the next battle. The deeper you go into a dream, the fewer teammates can stay in dream and fight you. Please act prudently. Yep, I'm cooked. The orange haired girl greets me with a smile. Orange haired girl, I really feel like talking to my guys have something more important to do, right? On the light green floor and the walls scattered with logs, champagne-like color, the well-arranged stone pillars manifesting the greatness of this building, with the cold, hard cement bricks and granite bring about order and obedience to this place. It's a magnificent, it must be magnificent scene when it collapses, but will that really happen? I'm not sure. I can't even tell if this really is built with cement bricks and granite. It's just somehow have a strange feeling since I arrived. It feels strangely familiar. The familiarity feels so natural and justifiable, like the smell of what when you cut a white bread or the yellowed poster found in the middle of the book. Post note. At this moment, a flash of inspiration strikes me like lightning and flickering in the depths of my brain. Hold on, that momentary feeling. A spark lights up the much far. A small flickering flame appears in silence. I'm running out of time. I must leave and do what I should do. Burton. What are you doing here? The train has started. Come on. What are you supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? First melody. Let's go to this timekeeper's moxie. It may be the start of the end. Its possibilities are divided by our imagination. Timekeeper moxie. Use arcane skills 4. Move arcane skill 3. More incarnation to recover per round 5. Starting moxie 15. Time presenting moxie increases again. Round inspiration. Let's see what does this. No single museum can take credit for the success of an orchestra. Tank per moxie, use a king skill, move arcane skill, merge incantation. Getting less the moxie gain from moving and merge incantation. No longer gain moxie at the beginning of every round. Incantation generates special incantation that can merge and upgrade a rank of 1 to incantation. Can move an incantation once for free. This movement does not generate moxie. Let's try this. What's the recommended level? This is kind of overkill. Can I wipe all my team? Let me guess. I can't pre-adjust. Inside 1, inside 0, inside 1. Precast, you, and you. What is the sound? Let's see. Can I? Motherfucker. I might have been tweaking. Change what? I do not know how that works. It's settled, my complete victory. As the standard ones fall to dust, the delightful ring on the outside fence declares my victory. Winner, Burton. Congratulations, your excellent performance has brought an undoubted victory. You are the best graduate today. I'll be more than willing to prepare an honorary certificate and reference which commiserates your performance. But before that, you must complete a small test for your graduation. Some riots of the madness has captured a building. Go now and show them what you've got. So, what I'm supposed to do? Yes, for the welfare of mankind. No, something's wrong. Everything must mean more than what you're told. Our fate is not a decided one. Suddenly, a rusty stained steamship in the distance draws my attention. A steamship? What is a steamship doing here? I must check down. A rusty steamship has crashed into a building, leaving a brutal wound on the wall, which was once the symbol of perfection and order. It's not a beautiful ship at all. The broadsides are covered with barnacles and dry surface and sharp edges. The seaweed, the hides and shriveled, has turned dark green. I can smell the fishy odor of the sea as I go closer. I can imagine what it looks like when it sailed on the sea, each huge boat breaking the water, waves spreading out from its sides. The white foam are like clouds hovering in the sky. They're waiting for a storm. The inspiration emerges again. I figure out what the steamship is for an instant. It doesn't sail on the sea, but in the sky. The moment I understand, the dry barnacle turns into a flock of birds. They take off, chirping or hovering around the great stone pillars and leave the building. No single barnacle left in the hallway. It looks worse as ever. It's there, so I'm going to board and check it out. But it's definitely not easy to do that. The steamship is guarded by foundation staff. They won't just let me in. The old ship has such sparkle and the desire to challenge the blue sky needs the spirits to revive its spirits. When an old ship like this one seems too young to some people. They wish it to be restored to even earlier state, to be ancient enough to fill their other expectation. But I'll never flinch. The noisy calm background had gathered in a group. The spirit saint is right among them. The spirit will cheer up. The wheel of the steamship, as deep inside the sky blue liquid, contains a desire for freedom. Trapped in ruins, the steamship cannot move an inch. As the time passes, he has forgotten what it was like in the outside world. After it will turn to a gathering of dead, cemented bricks on which means you don't be able to sail anymore. I won't let that happen. So, we'll do like this. Here a dib, a buff. I need to go yesterday running after stream. Well, kind of a few hours after stream. Somewhat brutal. I mean, I was not expecting a gentle reunion with physical exhaustion, but it was something. Yeah, I should do a slight warm up before kind of running. No, no, I said. Precast, debuff. You are cooked, good sir. Bam. No. Bam. 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 Do I one shot them? Maybe. Or maybe not. Anyway. Paradox sucks. You can go. Well, no, still good. Paradox sucks. Even I can only feel the spirits through the bottle glass. The desire to cry are clear. It's feeling so strong and scorching if it would start burning at any time. No, it's already burning in my head. No, I can't stop that. I have to hurry. I must complete my mission before it burns out. Hello, Senator. An orange-haired girl is looking up the ceiling. She's waiting about something. Seems she meant to be here, like the fact we're taking for granted. Like Boston Ivy is meant to be found on outer wall of this building. But she seems to be out of place at the same time, just like orange china, rose blooming out with blossom ivy, which is generally impossible. She belongs here, though she shouldn't have. I know her. My mouth starts to brighten up for a moment I see her. Her, Martin, what are you doing here? I want to leave. You want to leave? How do you get the idea? It's against the rules. You'll never get to see cement brick and granite again if you really do so. But I'll see much more than that. So you made up your mind. Fine, I can never change your mind once you made a decision. It's just the way you are. I believe you'll need this when you're out there. The orange hair girl handles her hand. Hyla, a brodia with a top hat, is standing on her palm. Hyla takes off the hat to greet me with a slightly nod in response. This Hyla, the Aporea, has a loud voice can hear even though the cement bricks and granite squeak. I heard the shrill squeak of grills rattling and two pieces of rusted iron rubbing against each other. Something nasty falls along in the rust. This doesn't sound good. The critters are trying to take away the Hyla. Don't let them have their way. Senator, I unfortunately need to sacrifice you. Sorry. May the peace be with us. Indeed. So, we'll go bam, bam. Well, no. We'll go bam, bam. Why does it look like Frieren every time I look at it? Especially with the like ears poking out, it does look like Frieren. I should have used that on this MF. You going on a precast? A precast. I might be. My dent is kind of big. I didn't realize this was going to add another slot. Dentage. My dent is kind of big, don't mind me. So let's do it like this. Yeah, let's grab another one. So we'll be doing it like precast, debuff, attack, bam. No, mi to shut. We did. Sure. I want you, Senato. Sorry. Martin, I suddenly understand why you're trying to get out of here. You get attacked by so isn't it? I'm sorry, Senato. I do it something. On kind of cold. Ah, let's see. I've been thinking about it and I figured out just now. You want to see more cement bricks and granite, don't you? I'm afraid not. Fine if you find new cement bricks and granite out there, don't forget to let me know. I'll tell you whatever they're real. The foundation staff stands in my way, rich bouquet of flower in their hand. The flower seems to be wilting, withering. What flowers? No, it'd be nice if there was a question for who there are the flowers for. Why flowers? I don't understand. The flowers are beautiful, but they're an order. They don't belong here. Special action team member, you shouldn't go any further, Vertan. Why? You're not supposed to be here now, according to the order. To this dead steamship, according to the order. The steamship's not dead, but is dying. The spirits will bring it back to life. I know, to bring it back to life. Let me try. I'm afraid you can't, Vertan. He's dead, even if you're alive. It has to be dead. That's the Foundation order. This is not right. But man, you wouldn't like it if he moved again? Who? I don't know. Someone. But I wanted to move again. If you insist to do, Mrs. White, I'm afraid I'll have to stop you. Do you really have to do this? Yes, but please go easy on us, Mrs. Burton. Ha! So you do know you're going to get your ass beat. Who's the next sacrifice? It shall be you. So, we don't really do much damage, but Wait, actually, let's go to my chat. I'm gonna forget about it if I don't look at it. No. Precast buff. And you. How do you. Yes, you are. Of course, you are gonna waste an ult on one enemy. Strasznie ma sługę. Paradox X indeed. Bye bye, Matilda. The weapons are nowhere to be found. They are lying on the ground, flowers in their hand, holding on their chest. Their breathing is peaceful, they're just asleep. Alright, you're free to go, Mr. Varden. Thank you. He said masterfully. He closed his eyes again. Several verdant vines arise on the ground and tang them with the staff. Within the second, the flower in their hands bloom again. I stop by the old steamship and reach out. It's rusty hollow. The wind rustling by my ears. The old steamship seems to have come back to life. The moment I can hear its heartbeat. Like dews swooping out of a bud, muddy imprint stepping out of the steamship. At the same time, the bud stories grow. Its firm wheel of blooming, it's unstoppable. In an instant, the ship becomes new and shiny again. I slowly go onward, the steel deck shaking excitedly under my feet, with a strong will and fate gained from spirits, yet longing for an adventure. It hopes to share its power and its strong will with me, but not everyone would like that to happen. For example, the people who live here, a bunch of tramps who have lost their dreams. Let's beat up some trams. Maybe you are late. It looks pretty at least. It's kind of useless, but pretty. Huh. I do wonder why I'm sleepy though. Kind of weird. Because so we would be totally ignoring. Ooh, you're Danzo. I wasted my ult. Fuck. Oh no, it came back. Yes. So can I not do this? Interessante. Huh. I think that's the first time I heard an enemy speak while in ult. GG's. You lost, bozo. The trams put down the weapons and tell me who they really are. You're the crew of the steamship who lost their captain in an accident and hence lost their bearings. The trams told me, from this day I'll be the new captain of the ship. The racks into ash instead, brand new. Neat sailor uniforms appear on them. For the moment, a sign of hope comes back to their faces. I'm familiar with it because it's exactly what I have come here for. Wait anchor, set sail. The brand new steamship has left. It's a brand new kind of air that I'm breathing. The sea breeze is not like anything I've ever taken in. Finally, I reach a new world. Success. 10 stars. Well, hopefully there are 10 stars. I didn't actually read how many there are. Ooh, plus 30k coins. Nice. I need to go to bank. I don't like it as much. Is that a punch up? Oh, it does. Two pulls. I feel poor just looking at that. Let's do the next two dreams and then we'll hopefully get lucky. Well, hopefully, right? Let's go. Artificial sombrerism. Military Lake B. Also, it's an A side and a B side. Interesting. Meet a lake bee. Inspiration of ritual. Gains inspiration of rituals in the beginning of every round after its use. A specified ally's ultimate doesn't consume. Oh, it's still the kid. The mist keeps spreading. The white mist spreads, attempting to shroud the emerald green in the further distance afterwards, making up oil painting with many layers. The girl in army green looks young, but she seems very reliable. Are you alright? Need a break? Okay, thanks. I'm a bit tired. Let's take a break. I think we are close to the essential. Our blood tension is surrounding. The angle frowns. Something's wrong. I can feel it. Ugh, critters. Let's beat their asses. Let's sacrifice you. Ooh, this is new. An old fumble. In the meaningful look back. When I crack the cast a 2-star or 3-star incantation, gain 1 moxie. Ooh, so I can cast 2 ultimates in a row. That's nice. So, we'll go... You... No. You... Buff... Debuff... Debuff. It's kind of useful because I do not have an ult, but I want to see how it looked. It looks nice. Is it useless? Should turn back normally, right? After this round. Yeah. Useless. So, precast, I should have used the turn hard. But let's just do this. Then this. And this, but that's gonna be like 10 damage. Oh, pretty nice. We love to see it buff. Bam. Ooh. Will I get the card? Will I get it? Oh, only one? What's stinging us? Hello, first time chatter. Let's see. Well, I guess I could go something like this. Why have come to my stream, first time chatter? What has attracted you? I know. Ooh, 30k. We're gonna sacrifice you. I forgot that there's no sacrificing, is the other way. I'm grinding for the pool. Eternally ensnared by the gacha. Let's see. The critters have been disrupted, so the thick mist. Out of the forest, the angle or vision suddenly widened. There is a tranquil lake by which a clear opening, a place perfect for camping. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks to you, I found a good spot for the Girl Scout activities. You're welcome. Alright, I'll set up a tent now. Do you need help? Thank you, ma'am, but please leave it to me. It's my homework. Oh, wait, ma'am. I do remember this. If something has suddenly come to mind, she rummages through her pocket and for 3 coins and gives them to me. I heard there is a wishing elf on the lake. Drop a coin and your wish will come true. A real eye catcher, eh? I'm sure it's a very, very big eye catcher. And I did kind of keep it, did, like, how to say, kept it simple. Oh, thank you. That's the biggest compliment I could have ever heard. That I'm funny. My 205 funny bones in my body would agree with you, besides one hating bone. What was I saying? Yes, I could have made it more like detailed and have, I don't know, like being having a more topology or 3D topology, and I don't know, having veins or something, but that would have made it slightly hyper realistic or maybe uncanny. And I didn't want that. I want to be very blendy with the stream, not to have like a demon in the corner of the stream looking at while you look at the stream. But maybe OBS, where do you go, my OBS? Yes, you're here. I did try very much to keep the dent in the middle of the eye. I do have one, let's say it's one with the eye where it's very perfect and very like focused, but it looks slightly like creepy. It doesn't have the mm, like the animated quality that I did kind of want was hopefully able to bring out of the eye. Like it does look slightly animated, not like a blank painting on a wall. If you have any wishes to fulfill, you should give it a try. Let me get the flower. It's a balu, corn bloom growing out of the gap between stones. Pick it. I picked the balu, corn bloom, in the gentlest way. Someone is going to need it. Ah, yeah, by the way, I'm looking into making a Discord server, so you should. You did yap about it at some point in the past. I forgot, like 3, 4, 5 streams ago, something like that, right? That guy came in with the art and something. Yeah, I did want to do this after stream, but it's probably going to be a more ordeal than a few hours of work. Yeah, something like that, like a week ago. Yeah, well, it's kind of complicated because I need to think of the rules of the channels, how the stream, the server is gonna be named, what team is gonna have. Indeed, it's probably gonna be like I'm nearly this pass. It's continue going to pass acceleratedly more and more, especially because we are old men. We're oldies, and when you're old, time does pass faster and faster. Which is bad and not bad. You'd probably go slightly insane and maniac if you did have the awareness of I don't know, like when you're in class and the math class wouldn't fucking end, like it going on for hours and hours and hours. Wait, so it was only like 30 minutes. Imagine like every second of your life feeling like that. That every second drags on and on and on and on and on and wouldn't fucking end. You would go slightly crazy after a few days, weeks, months, years. I'm sure that some people with some special, I don't know, like dent in their brains do feel like that. I don't know how to name it properly. With some brain structure that their temporal, like part in their brain, the frontal lobe or something, it's different and they feel time differently. I would hate. Honestly, it's a very love hate relationship with. I kind of do like that time passes quickly and I don't feel every second like a blade on my body, like a slice, but at the same time, I do kind of hate it that it flows so freely. Like, I can close my eye and imagine like myself doing the same thing like 5, 10 years ago or something like that. Me looking at the sky and being like, huh, time did pass. And not feeling like fucking 10 years have passed like that in a second. Very nostalgic feeling, I guess. I do like the wave sound. Drop the blue core bloom. I place the core bloom on the water gently. The blue petals float on the lake and open up. I feel it blooming again. Soaked by the water, the petals sink to the bottom of the lake one by one. And I do sneeze. Fuck. I thought I got out. But yet, I don't know. He did pass. He didn't. It's an annoying kind of sneeze, not the one that you feel relieved after. I feel like my entire sinuses. I do scratch it. I hate. There's very few feeling that I hate, like whatever, cold or something like that. Well, probably my teeth. I don't like some sensory like inputs. In the next moment, the surface starts to boil. That's concerning. The figure of a girl wearing a blue scarf rises from the lake with a petal in her hand. Oh, is it the... I did get her last stream, right? The 5-star. Maiden with a scarf. Ah, you seem to interested in my story. Was a strange experience. I have always listened to people's stories, but never told one of my own. Yeah, especially colds. I don't know. Every person that I see that was the male gender. I don't think I have heard like bro saying that the cold was not feeling like doom and despair, like you actually die. That cold. I did see people like I don't know, struggling like broken bones, casts, like laceration. But when a cold does hit you, it hits you like a bitch. You you feel every fiber in your being saying that this is your doom. You're gonna die every second. I don't know. That's how I feel. Especially, I feel like I'm gonna perish. Like every second, I'm gonna perish. The more I stay in the cold. But after the cold, I'm like, it was not that bad. Then I struck much worse than a cold. But I don't know why we are drawing the line at the cold. Let's. Oh, yeah, I'm getting a cold. I don't know if it's a cold. Maybe it's probably a virus or something. Like the virus in a context of cold, not a random ass virus. An old fable, a meaningful look back. When a character casts. Okay. Can I keep this? Probably I can. Uh, Come on, Marsha. Scratch your cranium with your metal bat, please. Ooh, so you don't go away. Nice. So can I... Ooh, do this. This. It was so annoying I couldn't sleep yesterday. My, my sleep demons didn't let me. I slept like 8 in the morning or something. I almost, no, usually. I got to sleep. I was kind of worried that I wouldn't get to stream, like I would oversleep. The authority prohibits different voices, but in the corner which no one notices. Corbel mollies blooms. The girl waves at me and makes a big smile. We'll meet again, she said. A can of coffee beans, emitting an aroma of roasted coffee. It does smell like really nice, the roasted coffee beans. Pick it up. There are some nice coffee beans, shouldn't waste them. The spring slowly, constantly comes up from the center of the lake, like seeding rosy water. What? Where's the next one? Drop the can of coffee beans. Who's gonna come up? Eggs or something? I drop the coffee beans along the can to the lake, but nothing happens. Wait patiently. I wait for quite a long time, but like suddenly a strange sound came from the bottom. It's the noise of running machine after the surface boils. The figure of a young man rises from the lake. He seems to be waiting to the uniform of scientific research center and there's a cup of coffee in his grip. Is it eggs? Crazy motherfucker. 13 million? For what? Are they gonna drop like 13 characters all at once? I could never. Yeah, I could never do such a thing. What do you know you don't mean you don't know about that? Yeah, probably he already did max out everything that could be maxed out, so it's just gathering dust to them. You get it? Sure you get that. I'm sure you have enough funny bones to understand the joke. Mr. Goldberg. Tada, the aim of this experiment is to making coffee through the Goldberg machine triggered by the coffee can swirling for minutes. It was a great success, thank you. No, it was not X. Oh, would you like a cup of coffee? It's made the beans you just dropped. In return for beans, let me tell you a story. I guess that would be like when you're at the end of the game, probably PTSD is gonna have how to say this weighing very heavily on your head about you being poor and some I don't know a character dropping or a banner and you being like I cannot afford that. And turn for the beans. Let me tell you my story. Let's beat his ass. Let's sacrifice another. That's your skill. Okay. I mean, there's as many people difference. There's as many different people as stars in the sky. Maybe you are the poor kind of stars. I mean, 40k. My God. Like I said, the difference between some people is the difference between dogs and the heaven. I don't know. Don't compare. Don't compare me, the little dirt on the ground, to the gold bars in the sky. Yeah, this probably I'm gonna appear. I'm gonna be poor even in a late game. I don't think I'm ever gonna be like. Rich. Ooh, cute. Nice. Didn't expect that. Let's hope for a day like those in the future. For me and you. Where we'll have like 50k crystal drops. 50k data drops with paid money. 100 million dust. 50 million coins. 500 of every crate. Let's hope, let's dream, because those are only amount to dreams in the end. Let's go. Buff. Debuff. Debuff. Huh, time really does fly. Indeed, we can both dream. I mean, it's not gonna happen, but we can for sure dream. I mean, it's not bad to dream. Don't. I'm curious how that looks. You don't really. Wait, can I see his ult? One Moxie. So it is X. Is it not? Maybe, I don't know. It does look like maybe it's another guy. I have not seen enough of the story. Hopefully you're not the only one. I want to actually. Well, if I didn't want to one shot him, let's buff, and attack. It's not like gonna lose, so. Ooh, make the future brighten. Oh, by the way, I did finish the tutorials and I did got the second music for the timekeeper. I'm using it right now. It's kind of. It did take me some time after stream to grind it. It was more like a puzzle than actually. It did take an embarrassing a long time to finish. Well, I did kind of listen to my Oshi, so it was not wasted time. No, don't kill them. Yeah, I want to see the ult. Well, I did see all the ults, but I want to see it in person. Anyway. Paradox indeed. Yeah, you can go. Mr. Goldberg, they always try to play with Stars Fate, and I guess they'll just find when Fate plays with them. Bars, by the way. He shrugged and smiled, looking relaxed. Next experiment, disappear into 2 seconds. 1, 2. Yeah, you're not going 2 seconds, I'm sorry. In an instant, the figure is gone, leaving only the aroma of the coffee in the air. A familiar, dotted hairband with a slight fragrance of shampoo. Picked up. Why is her handband here? Drop it in the lake. Be an asshole. The lake looks tranquil. Should I drop something in it? I examine the handband. The hairband on my palm. It's a soft polka dotted hairband. Circles a flag, vibrant color like a rainbow, and has the curve of a crescent moon. Suddenly a wind comes and blows the polka dot hairband off my hand. It falls to the surface of the water. Quickly soaked, the hairband sinks to the bottom of the lake. Almost the same time, the lake starts to bubble and boil. A shadow jumps from the lake, which polka dot hairband in one hand. A strange figure, dressed in a garbage bag, holding that. Is this Matilda? That hairband and guilefully flaunting. Yeah, it's Matilda. I don't know why I can now differentiate them only like the written style. Mr. Garbage Bag, Mrs. Garbage Bag. What are you looking at? Are you planning to take it from me? Mrs. It's so hard to inflect that. Mrs. Garbage Bag, even if he comes in person in dreams, I will not give it anyway. Ahem. Unless she begs for it. Let's go the Ulu, the fire speed tank Ulu. I'm curious how her abilities look. Indeed. I'm curious how long they're gonna like go on with the bit. Let's see. Yo. Let's see the buff. I should put the buff before. Fuck. Ooh. Ooh, very nice. Well, it's okay. It's not. I guess the first one is very standard. It's Moxie every turn, so I guess very beginner friendly. The second one is, I don't know. I do feel that I get the ults faster, but I kind of miss the other stuff that the first one did had. I feel it's okay. Not too, not way more useful than the first one, but different, I guess. I do like the refresh on the first one. I've never used the refresh though. I mean, the RNG did love me. I don't know. I've always got the cards that I wanted. I've rarely used that, like one or two times. Yeah, it is, and I do like the one that you can like actually level up the 3 stars. On the first one, you could only do to 2 stars, which is kind of meh if you got like 1 and 2. I mean, maybe I will use it in the future, but I kind of do like this one more with the combining. But also the first one is very much okay. I do like Moxie every turn though. Oh, and I do like this, the one that lets you do a free like combining. It's kind of nice. Buff, buff, debuff. I don't like debuff. Fudge. Peace and quiet, eh? Uh, at first I didn't know how this worked, by the way. Not more Moxie, meaning I get. Well, I feel like I do get like ults faster than the other one. I like it more round and faster, the ults. I don't know, it feels like that. Mr. Garbage Bag, I'm sorry. I must. I do not know what makes sense, but I'm sure it does. Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, please stop this violence. Hello, Matilda. Yeah, I did read that. Is it kind of nice? I can. The the one that costs 35 or 25 or 45, it gets 0. Yeah, but here like two main characters and the one I discarded. I'm kind of overpowered now that I can blast through them. The free move doesn't give 0. The one that costs. I forgot the name of them, like points. What? Attack the monitor student in primary defense and disturb the peace in public. You. Yeah, it probably gives, but after the like start. I don't know, does the like 2-star and 3-star have different moxes? They probably have the same moxie, right? Like the two combining a 2-star gives one and combining a 3-star gives two. So probably still gives wait, but it doesn't you get 0 moxie for the combined card if you combine it. That's the description of it, right? Gaining 0 moxie from the free card. So you probably get 0. And I'll be back. Let's see. Oh, if you... We'll see. I'm gonna do a small experiment next battle. As your classmate used to be, I'm obliged to stop you from making a scene and disturbing the... patient? I'm here to give you my warning. If I respond, she turns and dives into a lake again. ... I just changed visitor. If the garbage bag leaves, she's taken that spot hairband with her. Ooh, why is it suddenly got way more washed? How many do we have left? 2. No, 1. Let's see. Ma'am, we're back. I have the page at 10. Do you want to take a look at that? I'm very proud of 10 things that I can do well as the Boy Scouts. You seem to have an interesting day. Do you mind sharing a little? I tell her what happens. She seems a bit stunned. If I throw this into the water? No, nothing. Just a trivial idea that came to my mind. Do you want to give it a try? Okay, I want to try. The Girl Scout takes a green apple. She seems to be both shy and unsure about this. She walks to the side, tosses her arm, and throws that green apple into the lake. And the water sparks, the apple sinks out of sight. Sure enough, in a second, the lake will start to boil. With the boiling of the lake, the fog is prevailed on lakeside again. A short little girl holding a jug over her shoulder appears over the water. Let's meet her ass. What are you? And F in the lake. Girl Scout, what is the golden apple? You lost, or is the silver one? What is this? Is the Korean double X? Have you lost the silver axe or the golden axe? The elfin in the lake, hands over her waist, asks jauntily. The Girl Scout, she's about to say to the elfin, looks at me confused. Neither of them, it was a green apple. The elfin in the lake, oh, that one. The one has gone into my stomach, but I can return you the apple one. What do you say? Who are you? The elf in the lake. Since I'm the wise elf in the lake, wait. Are you the moron who kept littering into the lake? The elf into the lake. So many shadows I come up and talk to you in response to carry on, yet I can't leave me out of this I'm pest. Okay, let's beat her ass. Let's see who to try. Let's try you. Yand Orchestra. Oh, it's still you. Yes. Let's start. Try our theory. Let's see. How much? 35. Let's go muff, demuff. Wait, it's gonna proc on supplies? No. Good. Let's attack the supplies. Peace and quiet time. Let's see. Don't have enough? I do not have enough. So, you. Let's give you a debuff. You're annoying me. No. Let's do this. Let's keep you for the... that. I don't want to use a buff. Neither an ultimate is gonna wipe everything out. Let's go buff. Fuck. Wait. They probably do give Moxie to be kind of... I don't have 4 of them to actually show. No, they didn't give Moxie. Right? Am I hopefully I did that right. I can't do that in the middle of the stream, right? Let's try. Steam might crash, but let's see. Hopefully it doesn't crash. Video, yeah, I can't touch it. Wait, output. Can I touch it? Wait, actually, let me look at my stream. What did change? Give me a note. I want to see the. Let's see. Well, on output. Yeah, it's way clearer like this. Wait, will my PC just give up and die if I do this? Hopefully not. Let's see. I'm kind of daring. If I was like in my first day of streaming, I would never have dared to like do an actual live. Um, like perform live tests. Let's see. Okay. I will. Where's it? Chat. Where are you, Twitch chat? Is it better like this? If I lock you again. And Twitch bar. What if I make you slightly smaller? I don't like it when you do that. Let me. If I lock you, chat, where are you? Yeah, this looks okay. I should have something filler to put here. Maybe in the future. Anyway, let me go back to my mod window. The listener, how dare you attack me? I? You've attacked me? No? They from the lake raised her water high in there, summoning a great surge of the spring water sent up in this lake. Yeah, I need to close the light. Some call a great surge of spring water surge up in the sky, floating towards us. Dive in the lake, you asked for this. Cold drops of spring water drip to my hair. I'm awake. No, I was never asleep. I have left one level of conscience to another, like passing through a door and reaching another. I puffed the water on my face, opening my eyes and pushed the door between dream and reality. Success. I wonder what to fill its space with. Gimme. Gimme all of it. Let me see the amount of... excuse me. Another two. Another one. I know. Mail no task. Daily task, weekly task. All claimed. Okay. New minded. Let's see. How does the bond look? 15, 81, 79, 15, 28, 91, 18, 20. It's not full, huh? Do I not have the Dreamwell with it? The recover? The claim. Thank you. Salvage. 2. Fluffy exchange. I've got no ideas. No idea, no. Yeah. No ideas what use those for. I like this cube though. Kind of cute. This cube of, I don't know, ocean. No, display Dreamwell. So is this the whole world? Seems like it. Okay. Let's leave little fox. Oh, you naughty fox.
Everything has been going well.
Let me go across the seas, across the sky. Let me touch the sun, the stars. Let me cry with my own eyes. I know. The lieutenant drifts back into her memory, slowly tracing her way to the past. Seizing the moment, she begins telling the old man a story about a girl she knows better than anyone, a girl no one else ever knows as well. My old dear, when I was 16, I received two pieces of paper, a red and orange. Firelight washes over the face, while outside the globe people laugh and dance, fluttering to the snowflakes like butterflies, beating their wings towards another world. The first told me that my parents were gone, the second that I have a new father. The lieutenant muttered the words herself by the fire. No one ever asked what I thought back then, not just my life was mine to make. Middle camp, office, the welcome. She makes herself a little space by fire sits. The leg relaxed and bent hands rested by her side, vision locked at the burning embers. The old man stands beside, listening in silence. That was his first child. No other soldiers had remained his side as long as I have. Some he took in after me, and some after, saying long before I had, but few made it all the way to now. That day, Admiral, my adoptive father, took me to Hall of Merit at headquarters. She picked up a dry twig and stirs the fire with it. Solemn, silent, they called a memorial hall with a place to house the deeds of the fallen. Whatever soldier, commander, the fallen, all have place here. Cold metal, stone, and light. A far cry from the warm, living fire beside her. I found my mother's and father's names there, my biological father. They sacrificed their life for a worthy cause. Heroes and martyrs, both. And I. She pauses, waiting for the words to come. I'm the child of martyrs, I find myself, but I never could have dreamed of. A worried smile crossed her face, an acknowledgement of fate's cruel irony. Seeing their portraits, I felt a strange calm, hoping that one day too I could be there beside them. Unfortunately, the hope has become reality. What do you say, unfortunately? The old man doesn't look at her. He keeps his eyes on the fire, his expression neutral. I've been told that my adoptive father's name and mine are now etched into the hull. She answers, a bitter smile. I can't say if it was meant as a joke or an insult, but I know that I never have the chance to see with my own eyes. With our past honors will be preserved, will I bring shame to my parents' legacy? They are lost traders. She shakes her head, looking at the old man, but he remains motionless, or nothing more than driftwood carried on the current. He repeats his earlier words, the crackling floor dancing over his face. This is your story. It's part of my story. Fate has hit me well. He took me, my family from Eden, give me another like those two letters. The admiral took another orphan like me, bringing them under his command. At the army academy or his camp, his daughter was given authority over the youngest adoptees. In better time, they should have been in their parents' army instead of fighting some cold, barren field, being crawled and commanded to obey. My granddaughter was the same when she was a child. A wild little fowl, always so stubborn and fierce. I thought she'd be gentle as she looks. She laughed softly and bitterly before she returns to the topic. Not long after, my father brought a few boys and journeyed us to our closest cubs raising in the same den. But years passed and the young cubs fell. Unity only. Poltomy was left, who were to his brothers along with them, and I. He became cold and cruel after that, twisted back to one mission after another, then set out only to be returned. If you are numb to it all, you'd learn to disregard death to the point where his own life would mean nothing and become a fugitive. And if he wasn't, every one of his deaths turned anger further inward, and each them turn made him much more ruthless. And I can't blame him because I know that what molded him. Even so, I know his sins cannot be washed away. The world came out without condemnation, but you still see him as your family. Family, always the same as those boys. The lieutenant tilts his head and half-hearted smile gestures to the other side of the fire. A few of the soldiers spot their sister away from far holding a roasted lamb leg. I just hope that this time they'll get to live, not just survive. But they're hungry for battle, many of them think that will be like hunting rabbits on the steppe. But in war, the hunters and the hunted are one and the same. All they know of death and sacrifice comes from the story of propaganda. A trace of disgust flickers across her face. I hope that will all be as easy as they think, winning honor and glory. She sighs. Honor, glory. The words glimmer like two medals soaked in blood. So you see those soldiers as your family. Yes, they're all my brother. I have sisters. I have also a sister. And your sister, what kind of person she turned out to be? She's still the same stubborn little girl, luckier than Paul to me. Two emotions cross her face and battle beneath the surface, nostalgia and regret. The last time I saw her, we had raised our guns towards one another. Mandel. I used to call her Petra. Petra. Love Petra. There wasn't any particular name, just short and simple. First, press your lips together, then part them and gently drop your tongue towards your chin. It sounds light, fraud maybe, like the frail creature I saw her when I met her. An unripe orange fallen to the ground too soon. Do oranges grow around here? She asked the old man, who gently shakes his head. Right, I never seen an orange back home either. She, she asked herself a question, then answered it. Tartar than grapes, sweeter than plums. You're an annoyed child. Father brought her in, and we couldn't help but be curious about the little girl with her orange hair. Paul to me sees her up with his one good eye. I remember the first thing he said to her, "You're shorter than I expected." She makes her brother tone as she speaks. Lepra walked up to him and stood up to her tiptoes and pulled up him by the collar. "Call me short again, I dare you." And just like that, we were all laughing. Part of me could still laugh back then, but not father. Even then, stood there, stoic as stone. I could see me watching her with a cold, calculating gaze, studying her, waiting for her next move. I know what he must have been thinking. Most of fathers would feel the same. Part of me naturally could help but meet the challenge. He went down a list of words: rant, shrimp, short stuff, and if he had the fair, solid, a cruel sense of humor. Father and I simply stepped back and waited for what happened next. He sighed, reliving those memories that welcome the rest of our exhibition and mental strain, exhaustion and mental strain. She practically leaped and she yanked down his collar, for me tumbled over her shoulder like a sack of oats. I can still remember that stunned look on his face, staring up the sky when we all turned to father. All we knew what he would see, the same nearly incredible smile he gave us any of us when he was pleased. But when furious, he pulled down her to mud right along with him. The training grounds were always muddy, even on Sundays. I think that was by design. I tried to pull them apart, yelled them to stop, but probably had long since stopped listening to me. And Petra, I'm not sure if she ever did. There was nothing I could do. She said with a smile. Eventually, I managed to grab a hold of a new sister, like grabbing an orange, and pull her out of the muck. Potterly reached out to her, but I stood in his way. I told him to cool off. That was the first fight, certainly not the last. I'm sure two fought more than anyone else. All of our siblings fought. Father encouraged it. He believed him as a tougher, more resilient. Sometimes that was true. The old man nodded in agreement. I thought how I taught her how to hold a gun. I also taught her how to ride, how to march the horse in, and how to aim while on horseback. Happy memories float to the surface, playing out like a movie by flickering flames. That's how things were, the good and the bad. But things changed. The sun had long since set, and a clear, starry sky had replaced it. The chilly mountain air creeps up the darkness, making the bonfire heat feel all more precious. She shifts her gaze from the fire to a moon, a familiar sight in a familiar time. We came from somewhere very far away. She tells her story. But no matter where you go, the moon is the same. When I was young, I would often sit with my grandmother and watch it hang above the sky. Later, whenever we went on patrol train Lake, my son and I would do the same. I remember once when she was still young, she ran up to me, tying my sleeve, saying, "Molly, I've got something to show you." She pulled me up from my desk and dragged me outside. I followed her to the courtyard, and there was a pale moon. She stood beside me. I looked up at it. The lieutenant let her Head fall back, looking up the sky, the starry sky, the dark and starry sky. You left her. Yes, I did. She was free to follow her own sense of right or wrong, to choose a different path. That's who she is, and that's how we should be. I wonder if she still looked up the sky and thinks of me. She closed her eyes. I told her once, we're soldier. Goodbye is a luxury in our profession. Paul understood that all too well, and so did the other soldier, but her opera never seemed to take it seriously. She thought it was like a game. She hesitated. It wasn't. She cast a glance at the soldiers sighing and dancing with the villagers. Parting quest lament. Equilibrium umbrella. Excuse me. Military camp outside of ancient city of Ikonomu. Most of them have never shot anything that could shot back. Rabbits, birds, deer, maybe a wolf or a bear. Hunter is not a soldier just because he can fire a rifle, no more than climbing on a horse makes you a knight. The old man nods in firm agreement. You speak truly. To be a soldier is to be both the best and the worst of humanity. I still remember their names. Her voice trails off. After taking two deep breaths, she begins again, reciting the name of their solemn vow. Marshall, who was always better than a sword and a gun. Whitewood, who took better care of his books than his rifle, and Baliasa, with her falcon, the names linger as ghostly weeps in the night air. L'Opera now was supposed to go out on a mission. It was first opportunity to witness a battlefield firsthand, but just before the father decided to leave the two of us behind. I remember how disappointed she was to decide she was it has to come. Roberta screamed in the middle of the station, demanding to know why she couldn't go to the front. The fall was colder than usual, and always showing. I still picture those white flakes that dotted her orange hair. They yelled and protested. All the soldiers turned to look at us. So many familiar faces I thought perhaps the message meant that the war was ending, that we weren't yet done. But that was the last time I saw many of those faces. Some of them I could once called siblings too. They weren't to war. We went home. Those were father's orders. She lowers her head. It wasn't long after we received the first of their remands. Roberta dug the graves herself. It was snowing that day too. She felt a chill around her spine, one that doesn't belong to a cold air around her, but still a distant memory. Fate brought me on my father, and then one another brought others to our side. Then they'll come and go, live and die, then move and come. Orphans created and by from war. Exhaustion lingered in her voice. War forced us to grow up that condition to brutality around us. It's not right to say we grew, we survived. Those that had adapted survive. She bites down her low lip, her brown frowning. My sister has been on main mission, but I don't know if she ever seen the side of war itself. I never got the chance to ask. I never wanted to. She opens her hands. I hope not. I hope in some way she never has to adapt to cruelty that I lived, the brutal calculus of command she suited to what she does. She is a man for the front lines. The old man pulls up an almond from his sleeve and hands it to her. Thank you. The lieutenant takes it, her face crunching voluntarily as she's wearing the oncoming tartness. And what was that changed you? A battle that wasn't worth remembering when I shot a man I didn't know. A historical battle. Years ago, the admiral brought his daughter to a battlefield. They flew in during the final days of the war. She was still being trained as an officer. From the window of the plane, she could see husks of concrete building jutting out like bones over the scared landscape. It was her first real taste of battle, an assault on a fortified position. We swept the street. We had tanks then, large armored vehicles with cannons. She explained to the man, too. Perhaps even the notion of motor vehicle might elude him. But tanks are no use in tanking buildings. The troops in I think had reached the third or fourth floor without opposition. Then I heard a voice, a man speaking a language I didn't know. I turned to see a stranger. It didn't take long before saw me too. I reached for my gun. He raised his. The lieutenant tapped her thumb on her chest, saying with a small gesture. The old man nodded, understanding his wrinkled thumb, tearing the lapis lazuli beads on his wrist. I reacted on instinct, father training us over in a single shot. He sighed. She sighed. Then, I don't know why, but I crawled to the ground, and later my mind went blank. My comrades came running over the thought I'd been hit. Her hand trembled on her chest a moment, replaying everything in her mind. He told me I was crying and throwing up us. They dragged me to safety. All that training, all that expect of me, honor and glory, martyr's death. But I only killed that man because I was afraid to die myself. I couldn't escape the look in his face as I shot him. For a long time after I went training, I had a gunshot that would feel sick to my stomach. Until one day I changed that, signaling my stomach just went away. Or maybe I learned to live with it. The old man stopped swirling the beads with his fingers, the fire twinkling back in her bright blue reflection. It's a feeling of all sorts you must learn to live with. Dumbara. I know. My head is spinning, but for what purpose? And I must ban a naughty bot. A very naughty bot. And I banned him. Let's go. Mirror came outside the ancient city. It's getting late. I appreciate you listening to me, sir. You're my guest. The lieutenant nods respectfully. The music picked up again, a familiar song that brings a wave of cheers from the nearby revelers. Smoke rises up in the sky, and I were faint to a company of stars. Mask like lady. I need to drink some water. I'm kind of parched. Asked that young lady over there if I could borrow the dombra. Of course. He raises his hands and claps. The musician knows her gesture, stop playing and walks over with the instrument in hand. The young command wishes to perform a song for us. The old man called out to people in the yard. Haha, please, I didn't mean to stop everything on my account. I suddenly feel as if I'm about to embarrass myself. She takes the instrument, testing the sound like acquainting with an old friend. Her soldiers gather around, eager to join in. Curious figures trail behind, edging closer to the honored guest. You're gonna play a song, Lieutenant? That's right, I thought I might show you all I can relax to. She is down with the instrument, faces a bonfire of the people waiting by, and begins to play, her voice instantly sovereign to a clear and bright song, a memory of her homeland. Oh, golden sun, you linger too long. We lift our cups to the dwelling days. As she plays, her low voice is in harmony, following the stumbling over the words. To salute the sun as it sings away. On the golden ease of youth, how far you've gone. For cold winter's breath will find us in dawn, reminding us to savor our days and the warmth of the sun. So I lived and loved while the night is young. She stood up without realizing, losing herself in the song, as if you're lifted from time and space entirely. Alright, that's enough for now. She waves her hand to cheers of the crowd and promptly turns to Dombara. It's been so long since I played, I almost forgotten how. She offers her a self-deprecating chuckle, shaking her hand as her voice fades away. Go on, enjoy yourselves. At this, the crowd breaks into laughter, and they begin to follow the musician as they resume the melody. What is that melody? As the crowd disperses, the old man approaches again. Do you think about her often? Yes, often. The lieutenant loses herself in thought, reflecting on the past until after a long pause she speaks. When she joins us, think so. All like this, we dance, celebrate, and then we're playing that song for them as well. He's always been a fighter from the moment we met. There's a difference between that and a soldier. Just like there's a difference between us. I suppose she was always going to grow up. My sister isn't the kind to feel helpless. She won't cry herself to sleep if it's not there with her. She's a Xeno soldier. Altana stresses the words. Her gaze firm. She made that choice for herself. We tried to force her down a path that she couldn't follow. Sometimes I wonder if I just explained things for her to the beginning. If I had the right words, would if she chooses differently? Her tone is wishful, catch her off guard, have let something naive slip out. I don't know. She shakes her head. It wasn't that she didn't know, it was that she knew there was no answer. She's always lived according to her own rules, her own conscience, and I would never taken that away from her. A bitterness holds on her tongue. The old man almond. Her sister image feels faint and distant. She can't even recall the sounds over her voice. What comes to mind is the thundering rattle of gunfire. A sweltering afternoon, thick, humid, air that clings to skin mixing the beads of sweat. She guides her sister's hand, telling her to aim at the target and not hesitate when pulling the trigger. Decisiveness and resolute. Just like her dice game, she could have lost every single and never regret it, no matter how badly she lost. Perhaps while I was away, she'll grown up. Tap to letter. Let's see. A brief message is placed on the lieutenant's desks. November 11, 1920. Ceasefire on the Western Front. Your forces remain stationed IE Canary to prepare and wait for their orders. Mulder. The war is over. But mine isn't. She opens the window, facing towards the snow-covered mountains as they glimmer in the morning light. From a distance, she can see her new recruits, young people from the village leading the horses to the river at their morning patrol. She idly turns her metal head, not a mark of battle nor the order for service. It was one of a kind that gives to the world one, number one sister. I hope I'll see her somewhere on the Eastern Front. Maybe she'll end up deployed to the Eastern Front. I don't know, maybe they want to send her to the front lines again. But then again, who knows? Father is there after all. Her voice falls with a low rumble. He stares down at the Russell medal, damaged and tarnished. She doubts it would survive any attempt to man that office, St. Private Foundation. On the other side, the long investigation is finally coming to a close. Interrogation, Inspector Pistol arrives the later slip into the room. Foundation staff, sorry for the interruption, but I have news for Mr. Lopetra. A Foundation staff member steps in the room and holds the lever to Lopera. She opens it and pulls out the contents in full view of everyone. No one stops her. Eastern Front, Igor. She reads in silence, her every smile falls into frustration. She scans the page again and again, searching for another name. We thought it best to share it with you. Thank you. We haven't received any intelligence from Moldero. That doesn't surprise me. If she's still alive, she's somewhere out there. I just hope she doesn't come to regret her choices. Sound like she did work with. Sound like she did work for us in Antarctica. Is that so? If there was any I want to know first. We'll do what you can. Ah! Stop it. Get some help. My nose is being stubborn. Ah! The blinds of the interrogation room are pulled open and the dazzling light of day floods in. On that late fall afternoon, the sunlight stalls into the cold, bare room. Opera stands by the window, lifting her hand to shine eyes and squints toward the world outside. You said earlier that the storm has changed the era again. Yes, we are back in 1920, 71 years before the last reversion. Only for some reason, the Great War isn't over. The timeline, as once we know it, it has changed. War goes on. Opera doesn't say anything. For her face stained with emotion, she looks out towards the unreachable horizon. In the daylight somewhere far across the world, the woman she orders for eyes being the mountains, holding her rifle in the finger grip. Following the lieutenant command cast through the air and the valley edges, her soldiers wait, fully armed. The troop follows information, slowly waiting for the whoever order comes next. Forward. Kind of like I'm gonna steal this. Let's see, screenshot. Let's see. I'm just silly like that. Completed rewards. Unlock ending 2. So is it done? The camp is nearby beyond the situation, not far from the ruins where the Nesting camp. An admiral agent. Your sense January years to come. We come from future north. My father commands the there in the Don River region. Father. Ah, a hetman. As the elder speaks the title, he raises his pipe and pulls a deep breath. Firelight spills across his lined, weather face, tracing every crease and old scar. Yes, a headman. An inspector on. That's a fair way of putting it. My ancestors were fighters too. They came from far across the Western Sea and made their home here. Yes, I know, that's why I come here. I seek your support, Elder. His ancestor purpose plainly to recruit more soldiers for father's army and to shorten their influence in the remote region along the rear flank. Norman eyes narrow, revealing a deep wounded behind his gaze. What will give us in return, officer? Protection. She names her terms steadily. Unguarded honesty, her father stationed her voice so she could drum sword for that, so I'm gonna stay silent. I'm Lieutenant Moldy and I'm very happy to meet you. The lieutenant rises and follow. Following the local custom, touches her right cheek to her girl's and then her left in a gesture of goodwill. The girl nods respectfully. She steps to her other side. I raised the weapon against my own family. Yep, I fired a gun at her in the pouring rain. I abandoned her. The memory flickered back, the flames make her throat tighten. You must have had no choice. Something must have forced your hand. No, I knew exactly what I was doing. I've seen my past, everything that made me who I am. We're still at the station waiting for the rain. Our messenger showed up orders for us to run to base. By the time I finished reading, the train flew into the station. I started getting one after another. At some point, her face became hardened into something else. Sadness became protest, protest turned into rage. All I could do was grab her hand and tell her to follow the orders. I didn't understand father's reasoning, but I followed his orders. Just as I always have, I keep my opinion to myself and I follow my orders. Father fate brought me into my father and then one after another, but others to our side, come and go, live and die, then move on. Okay, skip. Now and then, but surely my sister, but that wildness in her. You grew apart, and there is nothing that could stop us from growing apart. All that matters now is that we are alive, the soldiers at my command. The past is the river always cross. Tomorrow matters, yesterday does not. You're right. I suppose you're always going to grow up. I hope she isn't and you are near the eastern front. Yeah, just isn't changing what's to come. She's better off staying away from this war. In fact, the operation will never see it all. Father won't show her any mercy. She clenches her medal, the cold medal carrying worm that hers and hers alone shouldn't either. She picks up her rifle and turns to head outside, her troops waiting for her. Their cliffs follow the sky and clear, boundless unity toward the rising sun. On the side along, interrogation file came to a close. An expected visitor arrived to the room. So, interpretation, but I have news for Miss Lopera. Eastern Front, Igor. I kind of don't understand what the second ending is. I don't care about those. I did care about the Psycube. Where it started now. Emotion weight reach over 30. Prepare to feel 20. Where we stand now. Sen. Sen hardly seen the full brunt of the arcane warfare. Their effect is turning the streets into twisted mockery of their former existence, with the Foundation succeeded in getting most of the population out before the fighting got too close, leaving the area like a strange, lifeless moonscape. Moonscape. Marshall. According to Mr. Razor, the night I should be somewhere around here. Marsha stands at the crossroads. I do also like this blue, it's very reminiscent of her eyes. Marsha stands at the crossroads, taking the stock of her surroundings. Closed doors, dark storefronts, occasionally life still in the form of passing refugees tugging through the treasured possession towards the evacuation points. Has she already left? Stas, wait. A shot comes from the end of the street. Marsha turns, alert and ready for danger, but no sooner does she turn than a teeny form slams to her leg. Watch it, lady. Don't you know where there's a war coming? The boy tumbles out of the seat, along with his felt hat and everything she's holding. Excuse me, is everything alright, young man? Are you hurt at all? Masha crouches down to inspect the boy. Leave me alone, ma'am. Leave me alone, Mama's gonna come to catch me. The boy gathers his things in a rush. Hold on. He grabs the boy just as he's about to run, nearly causing him to stumble again. His mother runs towards them, out of breath. Can I cover that? What happened? Why are you running around here? This place isn't safe. You should go home to your mother. The boy twists with all his strength to break free from Masha, his thin face flashing, seeing that he can escape. His shoulders slammed with frustration. I just want to deliver a gift. A gift? Phew, you little brat. The boy mutters. Let's catch up, puffing with both exasperation and exhaustion, and gives his head a smack. Thank you so much, madam. I sooner. Okay, for 1 second, he starts charging into trouble. I wasn't charging into trouble. I had to deliver my gift. You always tell me to keep my word. Well, that's what I am doing. There's no time for that. What if we miss the evacuation train? The boy pouts but has no argument. Would you let me know what's going on, please? Don't worry. I'm on a mission from Safe Law Foundation. Masha points to the badge on her chest. If it's something as simple as delivering a gift, perhaps I can help. Really? The boy writes herself free and offers Masha the item she's been carrying. Is this a shield? The construction is somewhat rudimentary, made of welded steel with an old belt for a strap and smaller side. However, as long as her forearm, but its purpose is unmistakable. Red paint twists into a shape across its rough surface. Difficult to make sense of it, but seems to be portrayed as a silhouette of a building on a hill. My little Stans had a bad fever. With things over here, were worried we wouldn't be able to get him to a doctor, but then we came across this woman. Oh, she was wearing armor like yours. The woman points towards Masha. Paldrons, a bit surprised. She healed Stans and repay her kindness. Want to give her a shield to match her armor. My husband, he helped me make it from an old bucket. With the evacuation order and all the packing, we haven't had time to give it to her. I put it away for later. But then Stans. I don't know, I'm probably saying his name wrong, but I haven't to find it, and since then I haven't a moment peace. The signal still is meant to be a castle on a hill. That's right, are you? Yes, a fellow member of the order. I'm looking for her. Have you had any idea where she is, and need perhaps get her name? Within an old but tiny house, a kettle begins to boil and cry. We stream. A woman in knightly armor stands on a wooden chair, cleaning her helmet with care. It bears the scratches and scuffs of untold normal battles. It has clearly been meticulously maintained. A knock at the door breaks the rhythm of her work. Who is that? Sister Adelheid, are you in there? The sound is soft and faint, filtered by the door, but Adelheid feels her skip. It's me, Marcia. It's a voice she could never mistake. Her palms feel numb as she moves towards the door. She almost involuntarily jerks it open. Panel? No. The face she's been behind the door is both everything she fears and hoped for. A face she once thought gonna be buried. A face that it feels grief and sorrow in every reflection, but now all she feels is joy. Adelheid, it's really you. I'm so glad. The woman in front of her is tired, maybe for a long journey, but breathing, radiating warmth. Not a skeleton, not some reverend of a nightmare, living, breathing at her door, at her own doorstep. It's a miracle, Marcia. You're here. You're alive. She nearly leaped towards her hand, scratched out where she freezes in place from shock or wow, for she can't say. Yes, Marcia reaches and pulls her into a warm embrace. Yes, Adelheid, I survived. Then man's hill. I'm so glad you did as well. It's a true blessing being able to reunite the term in the times of war and highlights a long drawn breath as nestling into a hug for breaking from it with a reassuring pat. Come inside, the winter has come early this year. I don't know let the chill in. Let's see, I have something to give. A gift thanks for stars. The rough shield is delivered tonight as promised. I'll take it, turns her hands. I'll have it given to him a proper thank you. Should ever chance to meet again, his family did me a proper service. They helped me find this place. But Marsha, I must know, how did you manage to survive? The question is asked alongside an offered cup of tea. The killing stream masks the betrayal at the heart of answer. I was injured during the fight. When I went down, I thought perhaps I would die, but my armor had saved me from the worst of the damage. I was my training and waited. I just lay still, sealing away every thought and pain in my body until a medical team from the Foundation discovered me. I recovered under their care. But your armor. This was all that was salvaged from after the medics cut me free, but I could never fully part with it. Not it matters much, armor is more of a hindrance than aid in the battlefield now. We always clung to our tradition, perhaps, even after they are no longer of use. She studies martial, she speaks, taking note of her uniform beneath the pauldrons, not longer a knight, but not a soldier either, a nurse's frock. On this new uniform, an unexpected badge, one that she may recognize as a sort of a version. Adelheid, why are you here alone? What are the others? Adelheid takes a long sip of her tears, trying to swallow down questions she hasn't yet found the courage to ask. A lot has happened in the Order. I suppose, first of all, that I'm now acting Grand Master. In the event of the Grand Master's death, the role is passed to the knight with the highest seniority until a new leader is confirmed. Near needs to remain the father of this plain fact. What happened to Master Herman? Is as you fear, he's dead. Masha can't help but draw a sharp breath. How? When did it happen? Less than a month ago. I heard nothing about it. Surely you know that man is winged terrors from the shadow there. Unleash the war on humanity rather than face the consequences of their manipulation. But their early infliction was deeper than anyone had known. Every communication network has been compromised or crippled, including ours. You have been away from order for too long. It's only natural that you wouldn't know. Masha tightens her grip on the cup. There's many other like accusation in her words. Master Henry had led for more than a decade. Through as young as novice and later knight, she later direct contact with him, but she knew all young knights of the order did. Henry was a model, chivalry, brave, loyal, strict, and maybe a little too rigid, but a man worth looking up to. How did she die? The idea that a man of such virtue and wisdom was gone, that had fallen in some god-forsaken battlefield twists her heart. He was killed in our very castle. Whoever did framed things to look like a suicide, but I saw it in my own eyes. There was a struggle in that room. Yet the order was under pressure from the government. The order decided to brush the investigation under the rug rather than face the possibility that we have been compromised like the army. I went through this letter and diaries. He already noticed the shadows of man's vindictive operating in our ranks. Master was loyal to his oaths and to us. He must have been attempting to expose them. But even so, once the military involvement with the Manus was revealed, things started to fall apart. There was only one thing that all of us realized. We had been betrayed. With the ancients coming, we drew from finding them and what to do next. But even if you left the front, the division beginning to show, some wanted to turn to hollow skulls to build an independent state, to carve out our own personal kingdom as was the ancient past. Had they learned nothing from the war? Other mountain knights supposed to rule in a time of machine guns and tanks. I think they understood the futility. Maybe they even realized how foolish they were being, but when all fall apart, people often turn to nostalgia and tradition. They face the black future and choose to believe any idealistic past. But there is a greater tragedy. Man's vendetta has been the main force's home. They've ransacked castle, killed his defense, and left it in ruins. And the head puts her cup in the bottom, clicks and hits the table. Centuries of wealth accumulated by order, all reward for his glory was gone. Our treasures are doubtless being melted down to few other schemes. Masha closed her eyes. She knows every room, every corridor, every pillar of that castle. It was her home. She imagined those familiar things being torn down, stripped, sold for parts, and melted into scrap. A firestorm of anger, humiliation wells up inside her. But his train kick in and she comes down with her cane skill. I hope the castle itself will be restored. The emotion fall away and reason takes over. Something clicks in her mind. Is that why you haven't left this place? And her lips are curves her lip. So you have come to me on behalf of your foundation. And that's gonna be it. Yeah, I'm alone, so I'll be I'll be going. Hope you had day. Hope you had. Oh fuck! I'm so sleepy. Hope you had a good day. Continue having good days in yours truly.